I'm going to show you how to make this really cute keychain that has lots of different miniature candy bars on it. And I started by cutting out different miniature wrappers, and then I scored them wherever they fold. And I'm going to make a chocolate bar using Fimo clay that's dark brown and some sugar cookie fragrance that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just taking a small drop and mixing it in the clay. And you don't want to add too much of the fragrance because it could get really slimy and slippery. And now I'm just making it into a little Snickers bar, and I'm adding texture with a needle tool and a rubber tool that I got from Michael's. And once you shape the candy bar, you just want to add an eye pin and then bake it until the candy bar is hard. And now I'm just adding it into the wrapper to make sure it fits. And once you know the candy bar is the right size, you can add a really strong glue. I'm using E6000, and I'm just going to cover all of the sides except for the top. So all the sides and the bottom, but just make sure you leave some room at the top where the candy bar is going to stick out. I'm also folding the edges of the candy bar wrapper in like the real ones are, and it just makes it look a little more realistic. Now I'm going to make the Hershey bar, and I'm going to cut it first so it's the right size. And this is the same scented clay, and it smells really, really good. And here I've already baked the bar, and I added a hole for where the eye pin is going to go. And now I'm just gluing all edges of the candy bar, and I'm using a piece of aluminum foil to wrap it up in like the real Hershey bars are wrapped in. And once you finish wrapping it, you can add the eye pin back. Just remember which side you put the hole in. And now I'm going to glue all around the aluminum foil to put on the actual wrapper, and this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to make Strawberry Bubblicious Bubble Gum by mixing hot pink clay and strawberry scent together. When I first started, the clay was really crumbly and hard, and after I mixed the scent in, it made it a lot softer, so that can help you if you have harder clay. And here I've added an eye pin, and I baked it. And now I'm just going to add glue all around the edges and the bottom. And now I'm going to glue on the wrapper, and I'm going to make sure to fold the edges in like the real bubblegum sticks are, I guess. And here I'm going to make a Kit Kat, and I'm just going to cut a little square and add 4 little ridges, and you can skip this step because you really won't see it, but I just wanted to do it just in case anybody wanted to actually make them look real or leave a piece of them out. And now I'm gluing it. After I baked it and added an eye pin hole, I'm gluing it into the wrapper. And you want to make sure to fold in the edges for this one as well so it looks really realistic. And now I'm going to add the eye pin in where I left the hole, and it just pushes right in really easily, so just make sure you make the hole before you bake. To make a Starburst, since you're not going to see it, I just used scrap clay that I had, and I just made a little rectangle, and I baked it and added an eye pin in it, or a head pin, it doesn't matter. And now I'm just going to glue it in, and keep in mind there is a hole for where the eye pin is going to go eventually, and I'm just making a note of it so I can remember which end to stick it in when I'm finished gluing it all together. And now that I've glued it, I'm just going to stick the eye pin back in, and I'm also adding a little drop of glue to the eye pin so they stay in place. And now that I'm finished with all of them, I'm going to glaze them so the wrappers look shiny and glossy like the real candy bars. And I'm using Sculpey Glossy Glaze, but you can use any glaze. You can even use clear nail polish if you want. And I'm also adding them to a chain so I can put them on my keychain, which is really simple. You just need some jump rings and a little piece of chain. And this is what they look like when they're finished. So have fun and make your own. And if you do decide to make your own, don't forget to post your pictures on Facebook like these guys. This is like my deco drawer, so lots of rhinestones.